Hi, everybody. It's Diane Lidstone here again. You've made it to the end of Marketing Magic. I'm so excited for you, right? Congratulations. And so I thought at the end, you deserved a video, right? It's much better than listening to a recording. So I just want to share a couple of things with you here at the end. So yes, you have completed Marketing Magic. And so if you look at the handout, you might remember the 3 circles, right? The 3 M's of marketing. So you've got a message now, right? You have a compelling marketing message, which is about what you do, right? And you have it so that it's clear, it's repeatable, your dream client knows what you do, right? Okay. Number 2, the second circle was your market, who you do it for. Well, now you're clear on who your dream client is and what problem you can solve for them. That's 2 of the 3 circles. The third circle was the marketing method, or how you're going to get your message out there. And so we talked about what is the best method for you and what is the best method where you can find your dream client. And we also put together a simplified marketing schedule so that you can be consistent in your marketing, because consistent activity like that gets you consistent results. Good? All right. So those are the 3 M's. Now, hopefully you've got your download here. And I'd like you to take a look at this graphic called the revenue roadmap. And when you look at the revenue roadmap on the left-hand side, it talks about who your dream client is, the problem you solve. So it's basically kind of a snapshot of how you can build your business. That's on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, you'll see boxes that say your clients will come from. And this is where you get, your leads, how you get your leads. So probably networking is one of them. Maybe it's testimonials. How do you get your leads? So we talked about that in your marketing method. And then down the center are your programs. I most likely talk about, and I really highly recommend, a premium signature program and one downsell. But here's what I want you to look at. Down at the bottom right, it says, I have these 6-figure business components. And the thing is, now that you've completed Marketing Magic, there's still a few pieces of your puzzle to put together so that you have a predictably profitable business. So let's run down the things that you might be missing. Number 1, a lead magnet or a freebie, right? Number 2 would be what I call a profitable discovery session, or a consistent sales system, a consistent sales conversation, so that you can walk through a sales conversation every time, and no matter what the objections come up, you know how to handle them. Number 3 would be a follow-up system. So remember, we talked about how, follow-up, you can lose up to 80% of the leads that you're working so hard in your marketing to get. So you need a great follow-up system to implement. And it must be a system, something that you do repeatedly. Number 4 is a system to request referrals and testimonials, because I call your testimonials your silent salesmen. They work for you even when you're not. And number 5, sales confidence. I'm sure that with Marketing Magic, you've gained a lot of confidence about your message. But, marketing drives those customers to your door. But now you need the confidence and the mindset to be able to actually ask for the sale. So, are you missing any of those business components? Question for you. Yes. All right. Now, maybe you've got all those components. But here's another question. There's 5 massive business mistakes that I see coaches, consultants, and service-based entrepreneurs make consistently. And it causes them to keep them broke, head towards burnout, and keep them feeling very unfulfilled. So I just want to talk about those for a bit and see if any of these might be something that are roadblocks that are getting in your way. Number one is money. And when I'm talking about money, I'm talking about whether your products or services are priced correctly, whether you have some pricing discomfort. You know, as I said once before, if you haven't raised your prices in a year, it's way time to raise your prices. Are you feeling a little uncomfortable, right? If I said today, double your prices, how would you feel? And that's okay, because I'm betting that most of you out there could double your prices, and with integrity. So the solution here lies in finding out where your money blocks are and how they affect your pricing discomfort levels. That's one M for money. The second M is what I call metrics, right? And this is really about not treating your business as a business. What are the profit levels? What are the lifetime values of your customers? What are your customer acquisition costs? You know, what, all of these metrics, what are the key metrics that you need to be following in your business? And a lot of entrepreneurs don't focus on those metrics. And this is what keeps them working way too hard and not making the money that they really want. Number three is a business structure. So what type of structure do you have in your business? Are you positioned as an authority? Are you positioned as the expert? And, you know, are you still doing consultations one-on-one when maybe you should be doing, you know, leverage group programs? Another problem is that I often see is that offerings are not what we call linked. So let's say you're real estate and you a real estate agent, and you go to networking and you talk about how you're a real estate agent, and maybe your thing is that you really love helping first-time buyers. Well, if you say, you know, I'm a real estate agent, I love helping first-time buyers, but I also do painting and I also do construction on the side. Are those really linked? They are perhaps in your mind, but it's very difficult for you to, it's very difficult for your ideal clients to make a referral because they're confused about what you do. If you're a coach and you're doing a little bit of weight loss and you're doing a little bit of personal development and you're doing, you know, a little bit of life coaching, and maybe the programs that you're offering aren't linked so that your customer has a flow that they can start with you here and they flow to the next level and they flow to the next level and they flow to the next level. Okay. So how is your business structured? Number four is time. You know, time is this elusive thing. We all have the same amount of time, and yet we see individuals who seem to accomplish so much in their lives. And why is that? Well, one of the things is that I think that they consider time like money, right? And it's valuable. It has value. So are you using your time in the most valuable way? I see a lot of entrepreneurs influenced by what I call bright, shiny object syndrome, right? Or squirrel, you know, they dashing off here and dashing off there. They don't focus on what they are really good at. Another way that I see time as a problem is that people think that building passive income is the way to go before you have built active income. Now, there is nothing wrong with passive income. I love it. Building an online course is great, but if you haven't tested this course and if you haven't actually delivered it over and over and over again to real life dream clients, then I think you're investing your time in the wrong places. Okay? Support is the last place where I believe entrepreneurs make huge mistakes. So either I see them with no support or the wrong support. And what do I mean by this? So, and then there's those people, of course, who say, well, I'm just going to figure it out on my own. Go to it. How's that been working for you so far, as Dr. Phil says? But support. Mastermind groups are amazing. But mastermind groups, the way that they were described in Think and Grow Rich, were people who are already successful. It wasn't a bunch of newbies getting together and trying to figure it out, right? So if you are in some sort of support group like that, be sure that there is someone in that group who has walked the path before you, who is successful, who has a proven method for success that you are in alignment with. So don't, get the wrong support is what I'm saying, but do get support. So I want to ask you to ask yourself, do you have a way of consistently enrolling and creating a steady flow of clients and cash flow, right? And if you don't, if it's not steady, and if you are, have some of these challenges in money or metrics or business structure or time or support, then perhaps you need a proven strategy, and perhaps a GPS could help you along the way. All right. Many of my clients ask me, what does it take for a breakthrough to like a 10K month, right? What does it actually take? And there are certain things that you need in order to make that breakthrough. So number one is what I call the right information. Now, specifically, it's the right information for your stage of business growth. It is the right information for you at the right time and for your business. And there's so much information out there. I mean, if you just wanted information, you could go to Google and Google it, right? But how do you know it's the right information for where you are in your business today? And how do you know that that guru has really put that information to test themselves? Okay, so that's the first thing you need. Number two is you need a strategy, a roadmap, whatever you want to call it, to get to where you want, that 10K a month, whatever it happens to be. But you also need some course corrections along the way. And this has been, that's one of the reasons why I always have a coach, is because I can get off track very easily. Every entrepreneur can get off track. Every successful entrepreneur not only has one coach, two coaches, they have multiple coaches. So you need that course correction, whether it's about sales objections, whether it's about raising your fees, whether it's about delivering a signature talk. An example of this is a client who was in the Achievers Club. And, she went through the whole process. She got her signature program, but she was struggling with her sales or her enrollment conversations. And she came back to me after the Achievers Club. We did some more work. And, what was really interesting was that I was able to listen to how she was doing her sales conversation. And within 20 minutes, I was able to figure out what was wrong in her sales conversation. And guess what? The next sales conversation, she enrolled somebody in her signature program. So having that course correction is always, always important. Number three that you need to have that breakthrough is you need help with your inner game and your mindset. We all need this type of support every single day. Now, we can do a lot of it ourselves. We can, put aside time during our day to work on our mindset, but we need someone to help us really shift. And someone to make us aware that we need that shift. Okay? Yeah, here's a great little saying. Just because you can help others with these things doesn't mean you can fix your own. How true, how true. All right, the last thing that you need for a breakthrough to 10K months or more is you need community. Isolation is the enemy of entrepreneurship. And many of you are sitting at home behind your computers and you don't have a community surrounding you to celebrate with you, to commiserate with you, and to give you the support that you need. And that's so, so important. And that's why if any of these critical elements are things that you feel you need, then I would invite you to join me and the others in the Achievers Club. The Achievers Club is where you get everything you need to take your business from 0 to 60, 75K. If that's something you'd like to do, then let's get on it. In your workbook, you can see a couple of testimonials here from 2 women who were in the Achievers Club, and one who quadrupled her sales, even though she'd been in business for years, and another who had been in business for several years, but was going from consultation to consultation to consultation. And, you know, she just made such a dramatic shift in her business. These are typical of what happens when people do the work. So how can you work with me? How can you get a little extra help? Well, there's several ways that you can. The first and probably the easiest, and this is in your workbook, the links are here, is to book a business breakthrough session with me. And in that 20 or so minutes that we work together, I'll uncover probably, 3, 4, 5 roadblocks that are keeping you from building a predictably profitable business. Okay, that's one way. Number 2 is, I've already alluded to it, join the Achievers Club. If the Achievers Club, perhaps get on the wait list for the Achievers Club. It opens twice a year. And that's where I can give you the support you need to really build a predictably profitable business. Now, if you're impatient, like I am, perhaps you're somebody who would rather shrink the time frame, really accelerate and work intensively, then a VIP day might be just the ticket. And I've provided the link for you in your workbook, and you can take a look at what it would be like to work with me for a full day. Or there are some of you who they're going, nah, not so much into this group stuff. And you want more than just one shot with me one day. So that's when you can work with me privately in my group, in my private coaching program. This is where you will go much deeper than in the group programs. You'll cover the same strategies, but you'll do it to a deeper level. You'll have me at, I won't say at your beck and call, but almost. And we will have some intensive planning days so that you can really take your business to the next level and accelerate. Now, if none of these are suitable for you, then I suggest that maybe come to one of my live events. I hold Shift, the money event in the fall, Shift the marketing event in the spring. Come spend a day with me, see maybe if we can't work together. And if you do come to Shift, there is usually another 100 entrepreneurial women in the room. So it would be a fun day to network and just, get a glimpse of the kind of work that I do with my clients. So I hope that has been helpful to you. I want you to go out there. You have a gift to share with the world. So I want you to be unstoppable in sharing that gift. So here's to your success. And thank you so much for joining me in Marketing Magic. Signing off for now. And I can't wait to keep watching you and see what you do. Bye.